Alright guys, so we're out here in Alabama and I've got Zach Hefty. And so he's never seen a cotton field before. He's from South Dakota. Y'all don't have cotton up there. And so he decided to come down here and film cotton. He wanted to see cotton harvest. Y'all check this out.
When Jack invited me down to Alabama, I assumed that there'd be a lot of differences coming from South Dakota, especially like the weather, different crops, different farming practices, and all of that. But what I didn't really think about is how different the soil looks. Back home, it's nice black soil, brown soil, and down here, it's red. This field, it's pretty red, and I've seen spots where it's super red, and it just stains your hands and probably your clothes too, so hopefully I don't get all red stained on my clothes. But it's a lot different coming down here to Alabama and seeing that. Not that the soil is unproductive and it's more productive back home or anything like that. It's just the soil color is just a lot different down here. This right here is a cotton boll, and sometimes you can get 4, 5, 6. This one has 5 different spots on it, and cotton's a pretty interesting plant. And in the mornings, sometimes it can get dew on it, where just like if you're baling hay, you don't want to pick it, otherwise you might have a fire, potentially, which it would be a problem with all this cotton and lint. And this right here is getting pretty dry, but inside the cotton here has the seeds, which they will take out when they're processing it at the cotton gin. But when they just bale it up here in the field, it's called a module, and then they bring the modules to the cotton gin, and that's where it gets ginned, and then it can turn into a shirt or something like that. So whatever they want to use cotton for. Well, cotton is pretty cool, and it's a different crop that I've never got to see before until this trip. And I really think that it's something that if you haven't seen before, it'd be something to go out of your way and check it out, because it's a lot different crop than a lot of other ones that you might see, and it has a lot of different management practices that make it such a fun crop to go look at and just play around with. You know, the cotton balls are really soft and it's pretty sweet. And now we're checking out urbanization that's happening around the area. Like Chad Henderson, some of his farms have been turned into developments now, which is not really happening as much in our area, but down here it's happening all over the place. They're losing a lot of acres to the development, which I understand why people are selling their acres, because they're spending so much money, or they're giving them so much money to take their land and to develop it. But at the same time, it makes it tougher on farmers to not only lose their land, but now have to go find other land that they can go farm. And so we're just looking at it right now before I head home from Alabama and go back to South Dakota. And there's a lot of dirt being moved around here, and it's kind of interesting and cool to see how they're doing all that.
Alright guys, so we filmed some stuff with cotton. Zach's behind the camera. I got to show him some cotton pickers and what cotton looks like before and after the gin. It was really cool. Now we're looking at some land loss, and so we're filming some stuff about that, and it's about time to take Zach to the airport. And so we had a fun time. We recorded a podcast last night, so y'all check that out. Thanks for watching, and y'all stay tuned.